missing the spark.
So it does those drops, those pullbacks,
Playing till dark.
Today we're diving into MusicCreator AI, the platform that might just become your new co-producer. Hey everyone, I'm Dex. I've been producing music for years and definitely long enough to know that inspiration is unpredictable, sound design is addictive, and mixing is, well, it's mixing. Quick transparency before we get into it. The team at MusicCreator AI that you're looking at now gave me a free access so I could properly test the platform. And if you want to check it out yourself, there's an affiliate link in the description below. Totally optional, but using it genuinely helps support this channel and lets me keep making content like this. Spoiler alert, it's marginally more expensive than SUNO, but might be worth it. Okay, let's talk about what this thing can actually do. So just for fun, I asked Copilot what it thought about MusicCreator, and it gave a very generic response. It pretty much described any AI music platform, saying it could recognize structure and harmonies and melodies and create full tracks, which pretty much describes all of those platforms out there, like SUNO and Udio are probably the two biggest options that you have out there. Now, when I opened up MusicCreator, I thought, hold on, this looks very similar to SUNO with your tracks down the side, your middle section, and the section on the left for going through menus. And I thought, well, what's the point? I've already got SUNO, I'm already subscribed to that. Why would I want to change to this particular AI model? It's only when I got into actually using it that I realized there is actually quite a big difference for a small price. One thing I like is on the left hand side, you've got these various menus, and the lyrics generator is different from the AI music generator. So what you can do is put in some prompts and a title, and then you can pick different moods. Structure is an interesting one. So verse, chorus, bridge is probably my favorite structure for songs, but you have other options as well. You can pick the style and the language, and this is literally just talking about creating lyrics to start with, and it is pretty good. It's quite US English based, so you'll get sneakers rather than trainers, but it is very effective. I asked my mate John to come up with some ideas for some songs, and you know, within 30 seconds or less, it came up with an entire song for a couple of different ideas just from a very basic set of prompts. The good thing from here is once you've got your lyrics, as you can see, they're listed, and we can instantly click generate music, and it asks us to come up with some different prompts for the styles. We've got the vocal gender, and then under advanced settings you've got weirdness and style influence to set depending on how far you want to push it. The results I've had from this have been great so far. Let's listen to this latest one. Young and free in a funk with a disco style. Let's bring in the beat now. So I think the lyrics are going to say. There you go. And it is quite good at doing some interesting artistic. Here we go. So it does those drops, those pullbacks,
Playing till dark.
I really like that.
Big backyard filled with birthday cheer. Candle wishes put everyone near. Slide tackles on the gooey grass. Tag your it as the hours pass.
That sort of glitch sound really suited the vibe that I was after. So yes, it does exactly what it says on the tin. SUNO does very similar. I think this might just beat it on the anticipation of choruses, pre-choruses and verses. It is also ridiculously quick to swap genres if you want to try it in a blues style, get rid of your hip hop influence, you know, keep adding as much as you want until you get the sound you're after. So lyrics, great, comes up with some generic stuff, but you can edit those yourself. Then it can automatically generate the music. If you want to go to music generator, again, it will take your prompts and come up with something. It doesn't have to be with lyrics. It can be instrumental. Now, here's an interesting one. The AI voice generator. Now, Billie Eilish obviously likes
I'm Billie
this.
Eilish. People are always trying to define me, but the only thing that defines me is my music.
And what she's done is lent her voice. So we've got this Michael Jackson cover. And it can cover that. I quite like the way there's this example section that tends to pop up on any tool that you go into as well. Now, you can also do this with your own songs. So, for example, I took that song that I've just generated and I asked if Olivia Rodrigo could do it. Let's jump into that.
Crowd, chalk on the driveway, lines to the sky. Time moving slow as the world passes by.
That's pretty cool. Homer Simpson didn't work quite so well.
In the crowd, chalk on the driveway, lines to the sky.
Yeah, we'll ignore that. But the Eminem version.
Moves, we're running wild through some my days. Living in the moment, finding new ways. Feeling so alive with this crew.
So that's great for giving direction to your vocalist if you want to steer them in a particular direction. So I found that really interesting and something I'm definitely going to be playing with. So you've got your voice generator, which can also, you can train your own voice or your vocalist's voice to the model as well. I don't think it's particularly relevant for high-end production. If you're trying to actually create something with vocals, record the vocals. There's a whole bunch of fun things that I haven't had a chance to try yet properly, but BPM tapper is, you can be listening to a song, tap in the window and it will tell you what BPM the song you're listening to is. We've got music mastering AI, so you can upload your own tracks and just get it to instantly reference different tracks and follow those guides. We've got AI to MIDI. That sounds great. Audio to MIDI. And when you click more tools, you'll just be overwhelmed with the number of things that are available. Let's just take and look. There are loads of these little tools. Let's create a chord maker. So it's come up with a bunch of chords that we might like or not. And you can play those on piano, guitar. You can pick a style and generate chord progressions as long as you like and keep going over things. The other thing I noticed was a lot of the generate something options seem cheaper than in something like SUNO, where you think, oh, am I going to run out of credits? I mean, in reality, even in SUNO, I'm not going to run out of the monthly credits. But for example, generating music is 2 of your credits. So on this pro plan I'm on, I've only used 27 credits and I've been playing with it for a couple of days. So it does give you the ability to literally play with the system without worrying about, oh no, has my limit been met? Okay, if you're using this a lot more regularly, I think you're still going to be fine. We've also got this option to create an AI music video. I have used this and it's okay, but it was literally just sticking a few clips together of static images, but it did actually match the style that I had created the track in. Vocal remover, fairly obvious. Stem splitter, now that I'll come to in a second because I've imported it into Logic. and we've got all the other tools that we've just had a quick look at. Okay, so coming back to Stem Splitter, and this is where, as a use case, this would be most useful, because what we want to do as creators and producers is have inspiration for new tracks, new ideas, and actually be able to use them in productions. It's not quite as simple as it might first sound, but it is very good at separating the stems. The catch is you need to be careful. Now, this goes for any AI generation platform. So what I did was exported all the stems, it popped them into MP3 files, I've imported them, and we can play this back in Logic.
Barefoot dreams under the maple leaves. Cattle spinning wild
And with all of them combined, it sounds absolutely great. It's how it sounds on the track. If we jump in a little bit to this section here. Now, if I solo the bass, there's something missing. And that's the transient, which I think has got sucked into the kick drum. So they work well together, but you got a sort of woofy, waffly bass. So that's where you'd want to, if you were going to use this, you would need the stems professionally. So you'd either re-record the bass, and you'd probably have to re-record the drums if you wanted to use this properly. The other place this is noticeable, if I wanted just the guitar, that's swapping from left to right. It's doing some weird things. But if we open up the synth, you hear that synth, but it's also got the guitar in. Put them both together, back from the beginning section. We've got the synth, but now we've got both guitars, so one has bled into the other. So it's not a perfect SEM separation process. That being said, SUNO doesn't even do that correctly every time either. So if you're going to use this professionally and create stems for you to use, absolutely brilliant, and it will create MIDI from these for you as well. Not massively accurate, and if you were going to be having a guitar track, I would definitely be recording the guitar. I'd definitely be re-recording vocals, and anything that gets a bit mushy like those synths and guitars, you're probably going to have to work around that as well. But overall, great so far. So I think in summary, what I would say is I've already got SUNO and subscribed to it, but if I'd have actually seen this first, I probably would have chosen it, even though it's slightly more expensive, but only very slightly. It does the same things, and it arguably does some things better. So well worth checking out. Don't forget about the affiliate link, liking and subscribing, and I hope you found that useful. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.